Hey, this is Caroline with 10 Tiny Toes Yoga, and this is a special flow just for anybody else who wants to try out some beginner yoga. So coming onto your mat, we're going to roll all the way down onto our backs. Just relaxing on down. You can bring your feet to a butterfly with the heels of your feet touching, or you can just walk your feet out, extending them long on your mat. We're just going to begin in this corpse pose, this Shavasana pose, to center and to prepare our mind and our bodies for our practice. So taking some slow breaths in and equally slow breaths out. Start to release yourself from any obligations, releasing yourself from your day, from anything that you have going on after. And start to focus on the parts of your body that are connecting with your mat. Automatically notice the back of your head, the back of your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists. Feel your hips sink down into the earth, just being held up. The backs of your legs, your knees are released, your calf muscles are touching. Your heels, again, also sinking into the earth. And just find yourself present in this moment. On your next inhale in, feel that air come in through your nostrils, down the back of your throat, filling up your belly. And as you exhale, really engage your core, squeezing all of that air out. Going right back into your next breath. And then exhale, releasing that breath out. One more breath. Feeling all of your ribs expand. And then exhaling, squeezing that breath out, engaging your core, maybe pulling your belly button closer to your spine. And then if your eyes were closed, flutter your eyes open. Bend your knees up towards the sky, walking your heels in closer to your glutes. Maybe pull your lower back out and down so you feel the whole rest of your spine flatten on the mat. You couldn't fit paper underneath there. And bringing your fingertips down, maybe they're flirting with the backs of your heels. Engage the toes, lifting your toes up off of the floor, feeling that stretch, building strength in the front of your calf muscles. And then lowering your toes lightly back down onto the mat. Squeeze your glutes, lift your hips up towards the sky, and allow your hips to continue traveling up, really squeezing. Don't let your legs flare out wide. Keep your knees tracked straight ahead. And exhale, accentuating the curve in your back. Come down one vertebrae at a time. Really feeling the stretch on the front of your quads. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift your glutes, squeeze, engaging that back body. Lift your hips up off of the floor. And then exhale, rolling your back down. One more time. Squeeze those glutes, pushing down through your heels, lifting your glutes up towards the sky. Exhale, rolling down. Now we're going to do it 2 more times, but add your arms. So as you push down through your heels, you lift your hips and you lift your arms at the same time, bringing your hands to the floor above. Exhale, rolling back down, bringing your hands back down by your side. One more time. Inhale, squeeze up to your bridge, lifting your arms up. And exhale, roll your hips and your hands back down. Pulling in your knees now, one at a time. Your hands can rest on top of your knees. If you can bring them into your elbows, crossing at your elbows, squeezing your legs in tight to your body. If that's not accessible, you can always just grab behind your knees. But really feel this pressure as you pull your knees into your chest while arching your back down. So you're really getting some restriction on your hip flexor joints here. And then releasing your grip a little bit. Take both hands on top of your right knee, sending your left leg long. Let's flex all 10 toes up towards the sky. Lift your head and your shoulders up off of the mat. Lift your left foot off for a hover and give that right leg another squeeze. And then switch. Send your right leg long, pull your left leg in, give it a squeeze. Let's switch 2 more times. Left leg goes long, right leg comes in for a squeeze. Right leg goes long, left leg comes in for a squeeze. Lower your head and shoulders back down on the mat. Pull both knees back into your chest. And then release both feet straight up to the sky. Heels are pushing through the ceiling. Toes are pulling back towards your face. Really trying to bring some straightness to these legs. Inhale. You can bring your hands down by your side. Exhale, lower your right leg down to a hover. Inhale, pull your right leg back up. Exhale, lower your left leg to a hover. Inhale, left leg comes back up. So we're getting right into your core, your back and your front body core. Inhale, right leg up. Left leg sinks down. Inhale, left leg up. Now pulling both knees into your chest, bring them wide, getting them into your elbows. Really pulling those hips down and wide, feeling the stretch across your pelvis, flexing your feet, bringing some circles into your ankles, and then circle them out the other way. And then hands behind your knees, rocking back and forth, bringing yourself up to a seated position. And crossing your ankles, coming straight through to a tabletop. So stepping your feet back, hands come underneath your shoulders, knees come underneath your hips. And we're going to go into some cat and cow. So on an inhale, you're going to sink your shoulders away from your ears, arching your back, lifting your glutes, opening up your front spine. Exhale, pushing the mat away, coming into your back spine. Let's do this 3 more times. Linking our breath with our movement. Inhale up. Exhale, push it away. Inhale into your cow's pose. Exhale to cat. 1 more time. Inhale, cow's pose. Exhale into your cats. Coming down to a neutral spine, walk your hands forward, maybe one little handprint. And on an inhale, you're going to come out into more of an extended little cow pose. And as you exhale, push your hips back, coming into child's pose. Let's switch between those two. Maybe your hands can walk another inch or 2 out. Inhale, coming on up, maybe dropping your hips, shoulders rotate back. You're engaging your glutes, protecting that low back. Exhale, sit your hips back. Inhale, last one, coming back forward, stretching out those hip flexors, your lower abdominals. Exhale, hips come back towards your heels into your child's pose. So from here, walking your hands over to the right side, feeling a stretch along your left side body. And then walking your hands back through neutral, taking them over to the left, feeling the opening across your right side body. Inhale, bringing your hands back towards neutral. Hands are spread out like starfish. You're on your forearms. Raise up onto your elbows. Tuck your toes under and lift your heels up, coming into Dolphin Pose. So this is a big shoulder opener. It's like down dog, but we're on our forearms. So staying here for another couple of breaths, maybe bicycling out your feet one at a time. And then slowly come to an evenness. Both heels are up or trying their best to reach down towards the earth. And then slowly walk your toes out, coming into a forearm plank position. So you're lowering your glutes, engaging your shoulders, pushing the mat away from you. Raising up on those tippy toes. We're engaging our whole body right now, trying to lift and elevate that heart rate just a little bit. And then exhale, lower your hips down to the floor. Untuck your toes, pushing your elbows back energetically. So we're not really moving them, but you're activating it. We're coming into Sphinx Pose. So think about the fronts of those pyramids where that proud, whatever a sphinx is it like a cat? I don't know. But pulling your elbows back, engaging your back body, stretching again out your lower abdominals. And then coming back, tucking those toes under, lifting back up to your plank position. And then walking your toes up, coming back into your dolphin. Take one more breath in here. And then exhale, lowering your knees down to the mat. Bringing your hands back underneath your shoulders. Tucking your toes under one more time. We're going to actually rise up into our down dog now. So slowly lifting your hips. Coming on up. Pulling your chest through closer to your thighs, keeping the bend as much as you need to in those legs so that you can really pull your chest through. Feel that opening in your chest, letting your shoulders sink down your back. And then rising up high on your tippy toes. Exhale, let your heels sink down towards the earth. And then slowly step your feet about a half a step closer to you and wider than your mat. Walking your hands back. We're still in this forward fold. I want you to take your right hand, grab your left leg, and then lifting your left arm up to the sky. Use your right bicep to really pull you down in this inverted little down dog twist. And then release. Left hand comes down, right hand comes down. Use your left hand, grab that right ankle. Use the bicep of your left arm to pull you through and lift your right arm up to the sky for a little inverted down dog twist on the other side. And then slowly releasing your hands back down to the mat. Turn your heels in. Drop your hips down to the mat in your Malasana Garland pose. Pushing your elbows against your knees. Let your hips drop down towards the earth. Open up your shoulders, squeezing them away from your ears. Take an inhale in and exhale. One more time, bringing your hands down to the mat. Walk your feet back into your down dog. Take an inhale in Exhale, sigh that breath out. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. Bend your right knee, letting your right heel fall towards your glutes. See if your left heel will fall closer to the mat. And then try to point your right knee up towards the sky as you pull your heel down, twisting your torso back towards your mat so you're not just leaning in to the right. You want to keep your weight evenly distributed between your hands. And then inhale, straighten out your right leg, lowering your right hip down. Exhale, bring your right knee underneath your body, little knee to nose. Inhale, extend your right leg back for three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, last one, lifting that right leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. And then place your right foot between your hands at the front of your mat. Drop your left knee down to the mat, untucking your left toes. Inhale your arms straight up to the sky. Exhale, crescent moon. Hinging forward, leaning back. Inhale. Exhale, hands circle around and down to the mat as you straighten out your right leg, pulling your right heel down into the earth, flexing those toes, feeling this amazing stretch on the back of your right leg. Inhale, put the bend back into your right knee. Take your hands to the left side, tuck your left toes under, and come into a Skandasana Pose at the front of your mat. So a big opener again on that left inner thigh. Take an inhale in. Exhale, twist back to the front of your mat. Placing both hands down. Inhale, extend that right leg back. One more time, bend your right knee, and we're going to go into a flip the dog. So you're going to flip over, placing your right toes down. Inhale, lift your right arm up, extending it towards the front of your mat. Little wild thing here. This is a beautiful, fun opener. And then looking back at your mat, flip your body back around. Bring your right foot down. You are back in your down dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Bringing your elbows by your side, releasing all the way down. Untuck your toes. On an inhale, you're going to squeeze your hips together down into the mat. Lift up your shoulders and your rib cage. Exhale, lower down. Two more times. Inhale, squeeze and lift. You can see how much back strength you have by lifting your hands off of the mat. Look, Ma, no hands. Exhale, lower down. One more time. Inhale, squeeze your hips down. Lift your shoulders up. Exhale, lower down. Pushing your hips back towards your heels. Coming into more of an embryo pose. So your knees are closer together. Circle your arms around and down to your heels. Your fingers are grabbing your heels. Your thumbs are on the outside. Bring your head closer to your knees. And inhale, lift your hips up to the sky. Feeling this huge stretch on your back. Make sure not to look to either side, just like you're rolling forward, but you're stopping yourself. And then lower your hips back towards your heels. Hands slide onto the tops of your legs. Lift your throat up, lifting your torso up, coming into a little hero's pose. And then sliding your hands forward on your mat. Tuck your toes under. Lift your hips up to the sky. We are in down dog yet again. So take another deep inhale in. Exhale. On your next inhale, lift your left leg up to the sky. Bend your left knee, lifting it up, bringing your left heel closer to your glutes. It's a tongue twister. See if you can release your right heel closer down to the mat. Make sure you're pressing evenly between your two hands. And then inhale, straighten out your left leg, lowering your left hip now so it's even with your right. And on an exhale, you're rocking forward to plank, bringing your left knee under your body, little knee to nose. Inhale, extend your left leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extending it back. Exhale, knee to nose. And this time you're going to step your left leg through, lowering down onto your right knee, untucking your toes. Inhale, lift both arms straight up to the sky. Exhale, hinging at the hips for your crescent moon. So you're pushing down, leaning forward, leaning back. This pose is such a great opener for your whole body. And then exhale, circle your arms down as you push your hips back, pulling that left heel down into the mat, feeling this amazing stretch behind your left leg. Perfect. And then putting the bend back in, placing your hands back down to the mat. Inhale, lift your left leg back up to the sky. One more time, bend that left knee, flip the dog. So you're going to let that left foot just continue to drop behind you. Inhale your left arm forward, twisting your body like you're going to place it on the ceiling, pushing down through your left toes. And then looking down at your mat, exhale. Bring both hands back down as you lower your left foot down to the mat. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. So lowering down halfway, untucking your toes. Inhale for up dog. Exhale, rolling over your toes to down dog. One breath in and out. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, pulling that right leg underneath. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Last one. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right leg comes and steps in between your hands, leaving your left hand on the mat. Inhale, twist, lifting your right arm up to the sky. Inhale, exhale, inhale, lift. Staying in this twist, you're facing the back of your mat. Inhale, exhale, drop your right arm down as you lift your left arm up and circle around into warrior two. Inhale, exhale, sink. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Coming all the way forward, extending that left arm overhead, pulling your shoulders back away from your ears. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, lift up to warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel your arms around and down to the mat. Picking up your left heel, step your right leg back. Down dog. Inhale in. Exhale. Inhale, lift your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Pulling that left knee underneath you. A lot of core work today. Inhale and extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale and extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Hold it for 1 second. And then drop your left foot down to the mat. You're in your runner's lunge on your left leg. Leave your right hand down on the mat. lift your left arm up to the sky. Staying here in this twist for just one more breath. Inhale in. Exhale. And then using your core, inhale, coming up into this revolved runner's lunge. Inhale in. Exhale, drop your left arm, circle your right arm up, landing in warrior two on the opposite side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reverse your warrior, leaning back. Exhale, coming through warrior two to your side angle. Inhale. Exhale. You can extend your right arm over your head. Inhale, coming back to warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel your arms down, stepping your left leg back to join your right. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a deep inhale in. And exhale. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot through, high lunge. Inhale, both arms up to the sky. Exhale, launching off into warrior three. So you're stepping on that right foot, extending your left leg behind you. Your left arm, both of your arms are reaching back towards the back of your mat. One more inhale in, trying to bring your torso parallel down to the earth. And then slowly bringing your left leg down, inhaling your right arms, both arms up, Lifting that left knee into a staff pose. Cross your left ankle over your right knee, bringing your hands down to prayer, lower down into a figure four standing pigeon stretch. Take another inhale in. Exhale, sink it down. On your next inhale, return back to that staff pose. Exhale, kicking your foot back, coming into your warrior three. So we're just coming out of this the exact same way we came in. Lower your left toes down to the mat. Hands come down to the mat. Step back to your down dog. So here we are, back in our down dog. On your next inhale, lift your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step your left leg through into your high runner's lunge. Inhale, both arms straight up to the sky. And on an exhale, you're going to step forward onto your left leg, coming into warrior three. So once again, try to lower your right hip down. If you get out of it or if you wobble, just try to get back into it, lowering your torso, really extending out your right inner thigh. And then on an inhale, hopefully you can come up a little slower than I just did. Inhale, both arms up to the sky as you lift your right leg into your staff pose. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Hands come down to prayer. As you sit your hips back, stretching out your glute. And this little figure four stretch, it feels so good. On your next inhale, we're going to come back out of this. So inhale, lifting back up to your staff pose. Exhale, sweeping your arms back as you extend that right leg behind you into your warrior three. And then exhale, lower your right foot down to the mat. Hands come down, stepping your left leg back to join it. Inhale, come on forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga, lowering down halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take an inhale in and exhale. On your next inhale, coming down to your knees, tabletop. Take your feet around in front of you, sitting on your sits bones. Your spine is straight and tall. Hands come behind your knees. Lean back as far as you can without having to curve, so that we're really engaging our abdominal muscles. And then see if you can lift your feet off of the mat. Extend your arms long. We're in our Navasana boat pose. Inhale. Exhale. Push your feet away as you lower your body down to a hover low boat. Inhale. Pull yourself back up for high boat. You got the catch of this. Exhale, low boat. Inhale, high. Exhale, low, high, low. One more. High, low. As you come up, cross your feet. Bring your hands to the mat. Step back to down dog. Take one inhale in. Exhale. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga, lowering down halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Once again, bring your knees down to the mat. Take your feet off to the side, coming on to your sits bones one more time. Inhaling up again with a straight spine. Exhale, lowering your torso back as far as you can. Lift both feet up. Now I want you to bring your hands in front of you, interlacing your fingers, releasing, my nail is coming off, your pointer fingers. Now drop your knees to the right as you bring your torso and your hands to the left, and switch. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. For 3, 2, 1. Sorry, we got to even it out. You got one more. And cross. Coming back up, cross your ankles, flip back over into your down dog. Take an inhale in. Exhale. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. So coming all the way down to your mat. It feels so good, but we're not finished. Bring your arms overhead, shoulder distance apart. Your feet are about hip distance apart. Your head is resting down on the mat. Take a breath in. Exhale. One more deep breath in. Really feel your ribs expand into your back body. Exhale. On your next inhale, we're going to lift our hands and our feet off the mat at the same time. So exhale. Inhale. Lift. Superman, Superwoman, flying through the earth. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, squeeze and lift. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, squeeze and lift. One more, lower it down. Inhale, squeeze and lift. And hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering your body back down. Hands come underneath your shoulders. Push back to your child's pose. You can extend your arms long if that feels good. You can bring your hands to a prayer and drape them behind your neck, lowering your armpits down towards the mat, feeling a big stretch across your armpits, your lats. Feels really good. Or if your shoulders are still tight, you can bring your hands down by your side. Just whichever position works for you. Find your breath. Even out your inhales and your exhales, slowing it all down. One more inhale in, exhale, and slowly picking your head and then your torso up off of the mat. Bringing your feet around, coming into a butterfly position. So releasing the tension in those hip flexors just by flapping those butterfly wings. And then keeping your left leg in, extend your right leg out at about a 45-degree angle, maybe pulling in your left toes a little bit closer into your body. Inhale, circle your arms around and up to the sky. And then exhale, twisting so that your torso will be coming down over your right leg. Start to drape your body down. Being aware, our left shoulder wants to stay up. Try to pull that left shoulder around and down, keeping your right toes flexed up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift and come on up. Switch out your legs. Right leg comes in. Left leg goes out. Inhale, circle your arms around and up. Twist your torso to the left, lowering down over that extended leg. Keeping the left toes flexed, left knees facing up, right shoulders coming down. We're pulling out of that right low back. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, slowly pull yourself back up. And let's turn to face the front of our mat one more time. Feet are hip distance apart. Your arms are extended out in front of you, and slowly making this C curve with your body, lower down one vertebrae at a time, coming all the way down onto your mat. Stepping your feet wider than your mat, lowering again, placing your whole low back flat on the mat. Drop both knees over to the left for a little spinal twist. If you would like a little bit more here, you can take your left heel and place it on top of that right knee just gently. It's going to help you pull this hip out just a little bit more. You can take your arms and bring them up to cactus arms and just take a deep breath, feeling this stretch. And exhale. And then unwind. Bring both knees back up to the earth. Your feet again step wide, flattening your lower back down onto the mat. Let both knees fall to the right. You can stay here, or you can pick up your right heel, placing it on the back of that left knee, just to help pull and elongate that a little bit more. Taking a deep breath in. And exhale. Lovely. And then slowly unwind, pulling your knees back up towards the earth, placing your feet down on the mat. Slowly straighten out one leg at a time. Your heels are in, your toes flop out. You can tuck your shoulders underneath you. Lift your throat up to the sky. Your hands are down by your side. Your palms are up. And back in this corpse pose, this Shavasana that we started our class in. Go back to your centering thoughts. You've just spent this class opening up your legs, your arms, strengthening your core, calming your mind and connecting with your body. And now just check in with your body. Relax your eyes in their socket. Relax your jaw. Relax your shoulders and your chest. Allow your ribs and your hips to just be supported by the earth. Relax your legs, your calf muscles, your heels. And just feel everything melt into this unity with the earth. Find your heartbeat. Feel your heartbeat. Imagine your heart, that center of your whole life. And have some gratitude for what your body can do. I invite you to stay in this Shavasana as long as your schedule permits. If you like this class, please feel free to join us every Saturday live at 9:15 for one of these classes, or you can catch them later on. We'll start posting them on our 10 Tiny Toes YouTube channel. Please subscribe and make some comments or suggestions what you'd like to see in more classes. But this was a nice sweaty little intro to show you what you're capable of. So going forth, let there be peace and love in your thoughts, in your words, and in your heart. From my heart to yours. Namaste.